Good morning. How's it going? Good to see everybody out there in Radioland. Oh yeah, vacation time. What beach you heading to, man? Oceanside. Is that the name of a beach, like Oceanside Beach? Epic? What's epic, Cynthia? Oh, the Oceanside Beach is epic. Oh, I dig that. Just getting my Twitch chat all set up. There we go. Oh yeah, y'all are gonna party together. I forgot about that. Have fun, like roast one for me. Aw, I appreciate that. I'll be there in spirit, but maybe you can beam me in for the party. I'll hang out for a minute. I made steak last night. Man, last night was a ball. Like fucking, we threw down. I found some quality material to work with today for this Hangout stream. Maybe eventually also I'll maybe pick up the guitar later on. You'll even wake up for it. Oh, that's nice. Right now I'm just hanging out and getting a couple things ready that I want to make some content on. Oh, this shit is so cringe. I discovered the whole world of the alpha male TikTok, and it's about to become a thing where maybe as an answer to the manosphere, if somebody mocks all of that. Oh man, that's nice. You know, actually, I haven't had a cup of coffee yet. I probably should. It's like almost 4. I got up a few hours ago. I went to bed the sun was well up already. So ask any question that you want out there in Radio Land. Just getting things warmed up here before we jump into making content. Cynthia says she's not motivated. I can get behind that. Well, we partied hardy last night. Did you have another round after I crashed out? That would have been a good idea. I can get behind that. All right. Go ahead and turn it down out of my speakers. Yeah, I know my limits, and when even as I'm pouring my 4th drink, I'll be like, you sure you should be doing that? When you have to question it is when you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I should do this or not. Cynthia says the first was strong, the second was stiff, the third, I should probably wear protection. Yeah, my first one was a little bit of a heavy pour, I'm not gonna lie, but it was already fairly late into the night, and I was like, well, threw on the G-Funk and went for it. It was Good Friday. You tippy too long. That's amazing. Woo. Yeah, it's still pretty early there in California. Well, at least it's decent morning music. I don't expect anybody to alter their schedule to come in to hang out, but it's pretty fucking cool. I'm just scanning through a couple different things, seeing what I want to make some content on today. Got a couple little ideas. Yeah, I expect nobody to alter their schedule to come in and hang out. That's why this is a hangout stream. It's literally me just doing what it is that I want to do. Tiki Tony says, rub what? Sounds amazing. Oh, because Cynthia said, I will when I rub the sleep out of my eyes and get coffee. Tiki Tony says, rub what? Sounds like morning. Amazing. It's quite the colorful. Y'all are killing me. We wonder why all the remote batteries in the living room are gone. Try to change the channel, it doesn't work. Back in the day of that VHS recorder, even trying to hit record, there's no batteries. Why? Oh yeah, I forgot they have like TiVo or something like now where you can record television. I don't know. I'm fucking Luddite. This is about the most technologically advanced that you get from me is coming to the old live stream. It took a little while to learn how to do all this streaming business, but once I got it, I got it. I was like, oh, okay. I think honestly, the hardest part of everything was, honestly figuring out your camera and your lighting. Everything else just kind of, you just do what's in your head. To the action store, it's like kind of like the closest thing to like Dollar Tree or like Dollar General that Germany has. In England, it's called Poundland. Funny enough. Hold on a second. But went into action because sometimes they have the holiday Reese's, and I was hoping they'd have the eggs. Turned out they didn't. And so I went and I got my usual, because like I love Nutrageous. Actually, like they're like one of the only Reese's candy bars that you can get here. Like you can't get Reese's sticks. You have to go to the American store to get those, and then like way overpriced. So pretty much Nutrageous is like the one candy bar that I can get here. Like what's your favorite candy bar? That's a good question. Yo, what up, Nate? How's it going? You just, if you just got here, I literally just asked a question. What's your favorite candy bar? Oh, Toblerone salted almond. Hold on a second. In fact, I think I have one of those right here. Hell yeah. And of course I got the Nutrageous in the other room. Yeah, paydays are awesome. The caramel sometimes and combo peanut fucks with my teeth, but Nutrageous already has that in it. It just has chocolate and peanut butter inside of it, so I suppose it helps like soften down the caramel. The almond and the blue bond. Oh, okay. Speaking of almond, I love Almond Joy. Like, is it like a total trash ass candy bar to like Almond Joy? You don't eat candy? Really? Wow. What an existence. Remember when like they tried to use The Simpsons to get everybody to buy Butterfingers? Your candy is like sushi, so you eat like the gummy sushis. Oh. But like you don't have a sweet tooth? There's nothing where you're like, man, like fucking, like when you're in the gas station, like you don't see like a random candy bar and you're like, dude, I need that. Ah, beer. Yeah, I suppose that's its own food group. I love the German beer here. It's just, man, you drink like 2 of them and you've gained like 35 pounds. Like they're fucking no joke when it comes to the hops content. Boom, boom, boom. 2 seconds, gang. You can drink or eat candy. Do I have to choose? I just know that I've never gotten a bar fight with anybody from eating candy. Well, you have to like obviously control the amount of candy you eat. You can't just live off of candy. But it's easier to get fat, or it's easier to get fat off alcohol, because that's like literally empty calories. That's why Bruce Lee wouldn't drink alcohol. He called them empty calories. And, you know, obviously, like, every single thing he took in was just, like, literally for fuel. Speaking of which, I don't know if it's possible in America, but did you know, like, in Germany, you can literally get like right there is living proof. You can get Jack Daniels or any other alcohol delivered to you from Amazon. I don't know if you can do that in America, but I was like, that's kind of crazy. Because you can get, like, you order your reefer and order your whiskey and never have to go to the store. I've accepted that I've bought my own slavery. I've accepted it. I accepted it a long time ago. Wait a minute. Amazon has groceries. Okay, yeah, okay. So you can get alcohol delivered there too. DoorDash can pick you up booze. Wow. That's dangerous. Like, at least, like, if you order it online, you have to, like, wait maybe like a day or two. But, like, just being able to, like, dial up someone to bring you like a fifth of whiskey. Maybe ice. Ice would be really, really handy if, like, you had none and you needed, like, that'd be a thing totally worth door dashing. Be like, oh fuck, we have no ice. Yeah, no ice, no triple sec, all of it. It's just a goddamn shame. Oh, the worst is when you have, like, no ice at all and you think you have ice. Like, you're ready to keep partying, and you're like, wait a minute, no. And then you have to drink warm mixers. Ugh. You have like the frozen slush pouches that you just put like a fucking straw in, like Sex on the Beach bullshit. Alabama Slammer. I think, what are they called? Club tails? Not even called cocktails. I've seen them called club tails before. When the ices have frozen. Oh, yeah. It's it just breaks the moment that it touches the glass. I've been experimenting with the ball ice recently. It's good stuff. Why? Because we're talking about horrible club tails? You want to drink a club tail? They got a flavor called like what, like Blue Death or something like that. One of those groceries that are waiting for you fresh ice. I think I might make salmon noodles tonight. It's like that or flamlocks, which is like salmon with like a honey mustard and mayonnaise sauce. So it's like nice and creamy. And then yeah, you just kind of eat that on brötchen, you know, like kind of a dinner roll. Some people put lettuce on it, but I don't, because lettuce makes me power puke the moment that I taste it. Like if it just like even hits like the tip of my tongue, it's just fucking fire hose. It's awful. I hate lettuce. Which really sucks, because I would love to be able to eat a salad. Like salads look so beautiful, like as food. Sort of have a bit of a limited palate, unfortunately. like the band Lettuce. My buddy Dalton even had a hoodie. We was actually talking about them yesterday because we were listening to Polyrhythmics. Baloney and Tang. Dude, no joke. We were at a gas station. It was like wicked early in the morning. We were on tour. And there was these two cats. And I mean, they looked like they were up to no good. And they were in a fucking El Camino, and they were eating bologna out of the package, like the straight up Oscar Mayer out of the package, and washing it down with Four Loko. And we thought to ourselves, where do we run across these dazzling urbanites? So then obviously we later on had to know. I mean, obviously our curiosity was what it was. Don't do it. It's bad. Don't do it. Rusty Nails says salad is rabbit food. Salad is what food eats. Welcome to the Hangout stream, Rusty. Oh, Cynthia, you never heard Lettuce before? Perhaps, that'd be a band worth listening to if you enjoyed Polyrhythmics. We listened to a bunch of them yesterday. Like, there's so many different kinds of salads that I see, and you know, I mean, each one is all super colorful with the various vegetables and whatnot, and it's like, oh, it looks like it'd be so good. Like if you could eat salad and you're really into it, because I mean, I know people that are fucking mad into salad. And I'm like, oh, it looks like it'd be so great, and I can't, and it's just horrible. I'm like condemned to a life of meat and taters. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Wow, what a band name. I thought King Khan and Barbecue Show was good. Oh, beet salad. I don't like beets either. See, there's just so many like vegetables that people like that looks like they'd be absolutely delicious to eat. But like I'm just stuck with this horrible palate where it's like meat, cheese, like salty snacks and sweets is pretty much about all I. Oh yeah, and copious amounts of trail mix. Jesus. Homemade trail mix, mind you. Get one bag of regular salted peanuts and cashews and a bag of honey roasted peanuts and cashews and an entire bag of cranberry, little, you know, tiny little cranberries, And then some of the ultra mini chocolate M&Ms. They're a fucking gigantic ass bowl of trail mix. What genre is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? It sounds like almost like Dr. Teeth's band, like in the Muppets. Oh, a jam band, right on. Yeah, it kind of sounds like with a name like that, they would probably be a jam band. They're definitely fun. Right on. Yeah, man, polyrhythmics. They've been my jam hard. Oh shit, it is 420. I don't have anything cut up. Damn it. Well, feel free to go for it out there in Radio Land. I'm gonna cut up a little something while I'm hanging out with everybody. I was listening to that Big Electric Cat record the other day, and as I was listening to it, it totally reminded me of this book that I read. It was actually like a kind of a companion series. It was by an author named Poppy Z. Bright. Poppy Z. Bright transitioned. Poppy Z. Bright is no longer her name, but he has a different name now. But Poppy Z. Bright, as that author, wrote a couple really, really good books. One's called Lost Souls, and the other one's called Drawing Blood. And I don't know, it's like if you listen to music that sounds like Big Electric Cat or Sisters of Mercy or anything like that, and like kind of old school goth rock, there's something about those books that kind of speak to you, because one of the characters in there named Ghost is a musician that plays that kind of stuff. And the way that they describe some of the clubs, and just the way that Poppy would describe the landscapes and everything, you know, being from New Orleans, it really transports you. It makes you feel like you're there. Super cool. If you've never read the Drawing Blood or Lost Souls, I definitely recommend it. But Poppy also did another book called Exquisite Corpse. That one's super intense. If you like those two books and you're into that writing style, then take the chance and actually check out Exquisite Corpse because it's so good. But you want to kind of warm yourself up, almost like when you listen to Tom Waits. Like, you can't immediately just jump into like Blood Money because you'll go running for the hills. But if you start off with like Nighthawks at the Diner, or like even like Small Change, or possibly Rain Dogs, although Rain Dogs is starting to get slightly more into when he was listening to more like Weimar era music because his wife Kathleen was turning him on to it, because I think she was like, if I have to read about you writing a song about another dwarf in some strange circus-like manner, I'm going to go crazy. So you need to listen to this kind of music. I would normally say little person, but in the interview he says the word dwarf, so I'm only quoting Tom Waits. All right. Nice and cut up. Right on, man. Unload that trailer. Feel free to ask questions of any sort or make comments. Man, I'm sitting there talking about unloading shit. There was like when I was in the Navy, I was an aviation ordnanceman for a little while there when I was undesignated. And we had to do ammo unload, which meant we had to bring on all of the, not just the bullets for like the 50 cals and stuff, but also like literally the bombs and missiles and stuff. Literally carting around bombs and missiles like on the mess deck. It was funny because, you know, it would like, for some reason, it would give my division like this extreme sense of power for like 3 days, because like they could order everybody around because they had to move ammo. The ordnance folks were they were an interesting breed. It's like some of them were just a straight hill jack, and then some of them were intelligent but still kind of rough around the edges, you know what I mean? It was a very interesting crew to be around. And then there were some cats who were straight up in that division because it was that or go to jail. And that's when you learn that like there are no actual thieves in the Navy. It's just like one thief and everyone else is just trying to get their shit back. No, you can't hear me in Viper House. I can change that though. I just want to make sure I don't have double the input. But I reckon that all right, I have it unmuted in the Viper House. But just letting you know that anything, if you're in there and you're talking, it will it'll come out through. What up, Metal? How's it going? Actually, hold on. I can move to the DJ booth where nobody else can talk. Give me a second. Do. There we go. But no, I got some quality content to be watching with y'all later on. Just letting everybody wake up, have some coffee, and do their thing. Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry to hear. You okay, bro? In fact, I think I might even be able to stream the music I'm listening to into Viper House at the same time. Come to think of it. Hold on. I might be able to actually do this. It'd be kind of funny if it works. Let's see. I think I might have done it. Yeah, Metal, we're here for you, man. You just feel free to decompress and chill, and we're gonna have some laughs in a bit. There we go. Everything's working in the Viper House. So if you can't make it to Twitch, if you can't make it to YouTube, feel free to come hang out with us in the Discord. I'll put the link in the chat. I don't know who all's out there in Radio Land, but just in case there's somebody hanging out who has never come and hung out with us in the Viper House, click on that link and join the party. Oh, that's nice. So I guess finally that new Sinners movie is out to where you can actually like watch it, not in the theater. I can't wait to. I have heard nothing but good stuff about it. I guess the music bangs, the story is awesome. The fact that it's like an independent black director is pretty fucking dope. I think that's really cool because it shows that, you know, you don't need the big money machine in order to make like really good movies. As long as, you know, you have a vision, a decent budget, and a good editing crew. Because, I mean, there's so much you can do in post. I mean, a lot of movies are done in post. That's what American Graffiti was done. It was all done in post. According to film and music aficionado Lee Presson, he said that George Lucas just ran up and down the street shooting all kinds of crap. And he said, oh, we'll fix it in post. We were at this rockabilly show probably about a half a year ago. And they had it was very interesting because it's like, you know, I'm in Germany and they really embrace, you know, traditional American, like Americana culture, rockabilly and hot rods and all that. And they had American Graffiti up on the wall playing, like on a giant projector, and it just kept looping. So you'd see the ending where it talks about how everybody went their separate ways, and even like a few people got, like one dude got killed in Vietnam, another like I think it was in a car crash or something. And that's always the end of American Graffiti. It's not like a happy ending, it's like just a real ending, you know what I mean? And it's just such a, like a mood killer. It's like the whole movie you're bopping and whatnot, looking around, seeing all the cars and what have you, and the music's going, and then you look up at the very end and the airplane's going into the sky, and it's just these fucking obituaries. It's like, okay, can we just like not watch like the last 3 minutes of the movie? Oh yeah, they love American music over here. Me and my buddy would like, we'll go out and set up and jam like out in the town center. And one time, the cops literally came up the stairs and then stopped and looked over at us. But because, I mean, we were playing some really hip jump blues, they like looked over, caught our eyes, and then just started bouncing their heads. And I was like, I fucking gotcha. I gotcha. And they left us alone. And we ended up making like €50 a piece. I didn't take any home. Oh, hey, Vix is in the Discord now. How's everybody doing? I have some quality content that I'm going to be going over, and the more vipers show up, the more I might actually have to have y'all comment along with me. Because this whole alpha male TikTok thing is just too good. It's just too good. Yeah, Metal says misses that. I wish he could go listen to music and just having a community to hang out in. Can't wait to move again. One of the things that I honestly found was the reason that I was friends with a lot of people was because they lived near me. That's it. Like, my online family is far exceeds anything far better than any actual friendships that I had from the area that I grew up in. I have some pretty decent friendships from people around the world and stuff, but like, no, not in my hometown though. In fact, I just found out even my favorite restaurant in my hometown is closing. So I mean, there's zero reason to go back. Yeah, especially as we get older, because then they have zero time to hang out because they're working, and then B, when they come home, they got family usually, and if they don't have family, then they want to just be alone, like, and not be around the world, and kind of veg out on YouTube until it's time to work again. So I mean, I think that it's real easy to become disenchanted with people, especially when they flake out consistently on plans. So having an online community, I find these days, honestly, is the best, because the world that's out there right now is for the youth to create, truly. Like it's their world now. Like we made our mark. We got our pop culture. We got our everything, and it's their turn now, and either you can choose to embrace what it is that the kids are into, and just add it onto your personality, or be like me and just live in a fucking pop culture bubble. Man, I can't get over what a great party last night was. Hey Joy, how's it going? Just having a bit of a hangout stream. We're gonna be laughing at some content and stuff later on. So feel free to hang around. We're hanging out in the Discord too. Feel free to jump on in. I don't know if you've met Cynthia or Vix yet, but if so, they're fantastic people, and Joy's fantastic too. Yeah, Joy's in Vegas, aren't you? So, yeah, you Californians and you Nevadans are close to the same time zone. Oh yeah, no worries, Joy. I think I'm eventually going to wire it to where I can have two cameras going, like one on my laptop and then people can just speak freely in the chat. But they can normally do that, but I have to deafen, and then they can't hear me in the chat. It's like figuring out technology with decently, but not completely, but decently limited resources. Yeah, Joe does have that switch on his mic. Well, he has like a special kind of mic that is like, I think it's like a DJ mic that's used to be able to go back and forth between channels and stuff. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, no worries, man. Just a little morning coffee blues. It's almost 5 here, but it's the morning in America, so. I feel like I just need to alter my sleep schedule and just start getting up at like 4 p.m. Yeah, 10 till 8 here. See, it's only like 8 in the morning, and it's like already 5 p.m. for me. It's like, damn, it's very, very difficult to try to find what's the best hours for America to get to be able to enjoy content and me not be completely strung out. I think probably at the top of the hour we'll go ahead and start having some laughs. We got 9 minutes. Smoke them if you got them, kids. Two seconds, please. Joy says, my husband and I got to see Dogma 4K release in theaters, and I think that's only available this weekend. If you get to go, definitely stick for the credits. There's a little Q&A video they did, and it's really sweet, really cute. Oh, that's really cool. I think that Erica was actually talking about and the anniversary of Dogma coming out, and I can't remember if it was this weekend she said that she was going. I can't quite remember. I'm just a big fan of View Askew in general, but Tusk kind of sucked. I wasn't a huge fan of Tusk, like of all the Kevin Smith movies. I'll never forget, I was at the right age when Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back came out. I was at just the right level of immaturity, but also just at the right level of meta understanding of pop culture to get the jokes that they were getting at. You went Thursday night, but there were showings all weekend. Oh, that's cool. Well, you are going to be welcome to come into the Discord later and join us if you want to be making fun of these TikToks. It'll just be your voice coming through, but I can't believe dudes do this. I mean, I just can't. like, what the hell? Like, is your cringe button just not there? Like, is your cringe filter out completely? Like, is it just like it does that little Jiminy Cricket voice in the back of your head not fucking function? Where it's like, dude, look at yourself. I don't know. Dudes need a better mentor. Like I said, don't look to me. I'm not a fucking mentor. Like Charles Barkley said, I'm not a role model. But they gotta stop with this red pill nonsense. Good God. It's like every single one of them thinks that they're John McClane. Give about 4 more minutes before we go ahead and get on with the business. Funny enough, the guy that did the voice for Jiminy Cricket, I heard, I haven't done 100% research, so I don't want to be telling tales out of school, but I heard he was a smack addict. Joy says the breakup at the White House has been the main news this week for us. It's been hilarious. Oh, that was going to get covered in the old live stream. Don't you worry. Well, his name Cricket because they called him Rickety Cricket because it rhymes with rickety because he had the brace on. That's why him and Dee always like had the thing was because she had a brace too, so that's why they called him Rickety Cricket, and they tested his faith as a priest. Dude, when Dee finally broke him, like it was just like he's like, I quit the seminary and everything, I'm ready to move with you. And she's like, Oh no, yeah, that's the best part is when it does make everybody sound like a psychopath. Like there's a certain breed of people that can enjoy that show just due to the fact that they have rotten senses of humor. And then when you know the entire cast, but the cast is like ultra libbed out, it makes you love it that much more. Especially because Mac playing a conservative is that much funnier. And then he's a closeted conservative. Never mind that, Frank. It's just liberal hippie bullshit. All right, we're getting closer to the top of the hour. 1 minute left. Be 1 second, gang. All right, here we go. If you're in the DJ booth and you have abilities to unmute and you want to comment, feel free to. Because this is going to be something else. I'm just making sure everything's all set up the way I want it. All right, there we go. That's nice. Okay. So I've discovered something called alpha male TikToks, and of course I have to mock this shit. I've never seen anything more ridiculous. So thank you so much for joining me today. And man, let's have some fun with this mess. And I do mean mess. Let's go ahead and turn our bourbon blues down. Actually, let's go ahead and get rid of them for a moment. Let me make them a little quieter. Oh God, this is nonsense.
I'm so excited to witness the chaos.
Let me get a little line, a little voice check from you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
What, once more?
I am a person. I am a person.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
All right, so if you have no idea what the red pill community is, it's a bunch of really angry men who can't deal with the fact that women no longer want mediocre dudes. And they feel entitled. And the thing that's really weird is this sort of toxic masculinity, and I'm going to use that word a lot. So if you're here and you're somebody who doesn't like that term, stop being such a snowflake. Okay, here we go. Good God, this is going to be a dumpster fire.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Let me get a line check on your vocals real quick.
1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Testes.
Perfect.
2.
1, 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. All right. So let the cringe fest begin. A girl asked me my favorite position. I told her CEO. Oh my God. No. I've just started this. I've just literally started this and pulled this photo. It's already that fucking bad. I gotta turn the bourbon blues off. It's too distracting. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, they even have like this super cringe like Matrix music behind it.
Oh, really?
Girl, are you like a coin? Oh, valuable. No, two-faced. Like there's people that actually spend time making this, and then when they hit send or post, they're like, I'm cool. Like, bro, save some pussy for the rest of us.
Are men and women the same?
No, they're not.
Okay, is it far easier for women to have sex?
Yes.
So wouldn't it make sense that it's far easier for women to cheat?
Yes,
it's easier
but we
for
have
you-
different reasons to.
Yeah, but it does not change the fact that you still are cheating. The threshold for cheating for a woman is far less than a man, because here's the thing. Women like to use male standards when it benefits them, but they also like to use female standards when it benefits them. In other words, you want to say, well, I'm not cheating because I didn't fuck anybody else. No. That's the male standard, because for us, it's hard to get sex.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold the fuck up.
What is he even talking about?
What logic is this? So it's okay for dudes to cheat because they don't have as many options available to them as women? Is that what he's saying? Am I missing something here?
They just have less feeling, so they don't know how to handle them. I think that tracks to what we've seen this week.
But like, fuck, what the? I mean, what level of narcissism do you have to even apply the idea of rules for me, but not for the, in any situation, let alone a relationship? Joy Evil says slave owner logic. Yeah, totally.
For
That's
you,
what you're
however,
saying.
it's easy. So you can't use a male metric of cheating when it's far easier for you to get sex.
Yeah.
What? Like, did he hit his head before coming on that podcast? Seriously. Who thinks like that? Yes. 3 more ways to crush her ego. This is not nice. Okay, apparently one of the ways to crush her ego is you have to walk alone beside a body of water. Preferably when the sun is coming up. Is it because he wants to see a deer? What the fuck?
I haven't had this much fun in ages.
Act indifferent if you see her or not. Don't act excited. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. What would you do if you were just walking down this path, minding your own business? You're listening to, your, I don't know, maybe like the Pulp Fiction soundtrack or something, something decent to, kind of get your mind going in a couple different directions. And you see this dude by himself just rocking out push-ups on the sidewalk. By the way,
To the other side of the street, mind my own business.
I mean, I appreciate his dedication to physical fitness, but I mean, is it the same as when you're playing guitar on a bench, hoping that maybe you can get enough money to eat a sandwich or something if you're new in a town? Is that's what this guy does? He just shows up and starts doing push-ups and he puts the hat out.
I like that he wore his fancy, shit-kicking boots
Oh yeah.
for his exercise routine. It's gotta look so cool.
Actually, I am pretty sure he works for ICE. If you used to look at him.
Finish my coffee mouthful before you make me.
Joe Evil says he probably has his girlfriend filming him. No, either that or like he has his like gym bro filming him, being like, yeah, like let's like show those beta males how real alpha males do it. Push harder, harder, fucker. Harder, harder. Yeah.
Clench your ass cheeks when you're doing it. Yeah, just like that.
Hold this pen. Still doing push-ups. Number 2, she asks about your type. Say the opposite of her. If she's skinny, blonde, say you're into curvy Latinas. What? So not only are you supposed to do push-ups by yourself by a random body of water, you're also supposed to not ever communicate your direct feelings. Okay? This seems like a recipe for success so far.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a blessing, true enough, but really...
Yep, just infuse your
was just-
relationship with apathy and disrespect and everything will be fine. It'll be great. She'll be all over you.
Is it just consistently keep her like guessing her own value in her head to you? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's shit like this is why I'm doing this, because people need to see how stupid this is. And yes, it is stupid.
Is it treat every woman like the way your dad treated your mom before he left?
I think it was like how your grandpa
Ooh.
treated your grandma before suffrage. Hold on, I have to rewind this. What the hell is Steve Harvey trying to say? Follow to become a nice guy. Number 3, don't finish sleeping with her. What is these symbols? Something... Checkered flag. Is this hieroglyphics for idiots?
Yes, it's don't come. That's how you're going to show her.
Yeah. That'll do it. Deny her your jizz.
I mean, Lord knows she can't live without it. I mean, the first thing she woke up this morning was, you know what? Not coffee. Not coffee.
Oh my god.
I don't know what it is with like the whole like alt-right dudes like not like ever getting off. Is it just so they can stay permanently angry? Is that literally the idea?
Well, no, this just falls into the gym bro alt right. So it falls under they're taking so many drugs or the pills or the gym stuff that they got that small penis anyway, so they can't come. So it's okay if you don't.
That sounds horrifying.
Yeah, but they get to be part of the gazpacho, so they're happy.
I guess so. Is like, I don't know. I mean, I advocate self-love over doing push-ups by random bodies of water and having your body film you. They are afraid of post-nut clarity. Joy Evil says that probably because we all know, and you can Google it, conservatives watch the most trans porn. But yet, oh, they have the platitudes. We know. Now, what the hell is Steve Harvey saying?
I mean, it's a blessing, true enough, but really, it was just me sitting down being honest. All of my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this myth right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No.
Hold on. So what he's basically saying is it's absolutely impossible for you to have lady friends because they just want your dick so much that you just can't like keep them away from you. Is that what he's saying? Is that what I'm missing here? Because last I checked, it's fairly possible to have friends of the opposite sex and not have relations. It's pretty possible, believe it or not. Especially if see the thing with Steve Harvey is he's successful and he's rich and he's got charisma. The streets are flooded with dick. And it seriously thinks that it has a higher market value than it truly does. I hate to say it.
That's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity.
And you
Because
think
we're
most
guys.
men think this way?
Because women have absolutely like no control over their sentient thoughts. Is that why? Trust me, Steve Harvey. The ladies can see it coming a mile away. You're not slick. It's the same concept of if you and somebody happen to go home that night and when you take your clothes off, everything matches, that was her making that call. Remember that, Steve Harvey.
99.9% of us think that way.
You know, they say 99.9% of statistics are all made up on the spot.
And you tell this to a woman and it just blows her back. No, I have male friends. You have male friends because they know it can be nothing else right now. I tell you what, all your male friends, just ask them in a friendly way. If I wanted to date you, would you be okay with that? And watch the fireworks. Watch. I'm telling you.
Okay. Everybody likes being asked if they would like to be dated. Is this some sort of magical concept that you've never heard of, that people, when asked if you want to go on a date, are going to get excited and say yes? It doesn't matter who they are, because people like reciprocal attention. That was stupid as fuck. How to be alpha in a relationship. What is it with dudes just walking by themselves? Is this the same body of water? Hold on. Is this the lonely alpha pond?
Oh, they gather there like little ducks.
Like, is this part of being an alpha, is finding a random body of water and walking along it? And if this guy drops and does push-ups, I'm gonna shit a golden kitten. But the thing is I don't know. It's like Lonely Man Pond. Is this a location that we can Google? Like, do I need to go to Lonely Man Pond and set up a camera so I can show people how to be an alpha? Metal is True says grab a loaf of bread and then go to the pond and feed the ducks.
Right? I know.
But have somebody
Throw
film like the
breadcrumbs on
Matrix
it when they
music
start
and do it
doing
like
their
really
push-ups.
slow. So it's like meet me at Lonely Man Pond. That's probably why Grindr crashed at the RNC, is like there's too many meetups at Lonely Man Pond. Hashtag Lonely Man Pond.
I like it.
Whoa, hold on, what the fuck just happened?
He just hit us with a book on the screen. With a book.
And they complain, and they get accused liberals of attaching too much information.
Look at that second one. It says, "Be ready to walk away if she breaks the rules and disrespects you." Like, you're so
Main
so
character
fragile.
syndrome. There's so much main character syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what were you saying, Tony?
Oh, the fragility in this post. Like, all these things, just how fragile do you have to be for each and every one of these? It falls under the narcissism too.
Oh yeah, just the ability to never be wrong also is why a certain kind of politics appeals to them. I'm sorry. The slow motion, like fucking lo-fi in the background, like did they just grab the lo-fi to study like 2 beats where it's like the anime guy with the pencil?
The king moves one square at a time, and the queen can just zip across the board, right? So you're here in Miami, you're partying in Miami. You see all these chicks on a boat. For the man to get on that boat, it's one square at a time. He has to get a good job. He has to get his taxes right. He has to find a way to leverage credit. He has to meet the guy who sells the boats. He has to go through all this shit stage by stage by stage to finally pull off being on that yacht and having that yacht at the age of 56. A chick, what does she need? Lip fillers? Boom. Zip, on. She gets straight on. That's the difference.
Well, there's certain people that enjoy being on yachts and certain people that don't. don't get mad if you had to actually, you know. I'm sorry.
I feel like
it's like it's so much whining. The whining never stops.
he sounds really jealous, and I feel like if he would just dress in drag and like really get
He
into
can get
it
lip
and
filler.
like make himself all beautiful and get lip filler,
yeah.
he would like be able to feel as pretty as, you know, I feel like he's very jealous of women, and he wants to be pretty like them.
Well,
But he can't.
I think a big problem is he used to get kicked in the head for money. That's a big thing. So we need to
Okay,
not
yeah,
discount
that
that.
is
That's really
real.
important.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is that for being an alpha male who won't take any disrespect, boy, that's a lot of fucking whining, isn't it? It's like this complete juxtaposition where it's like you need to be the strongest possible, but also have the fucking fragility of a already halfway broken teacup.
Mm-hmm. Be ready to shatter at any moment, guys. The second she steps out of line.
Yeah, you make Chip from Beauty and the Beast look like Lou Ferrigno.
Right? Chip could get shit done. I don't know what this guy is on about.
I have no idea. There's just so much whining. Like, you know what a guy has to do to get onto that boat? Well, maybe that's because his dream of being on that boat with a bunch of like people that happen to have lip filler or not, that's his dream. Well, you know, that takes a certain amount of work to accomplish that. I don't give a fuck if I have a yacht, personally. So I'm not going to sit here and whine and complain about what it takes for whoever it is to be on that yacht, because personally, being on that yacht sounds stupid. And it's not something that you should aspire to. You should aspire to cultivating either a talent or some sort of knowledge that makes you not only uniquely you, but also you get better at every day, and thus leaving some sort of fucking legacy, because that little dash in between when you're born and when you're dead, you write that fucking story. And I guess if yachts are a big part of it, then you're going to work to be on a yacht. But if you're not on that yacht, don't fucking complain about not being on the yacht because of the people who are on the yacht.
Between the king and the queen. But although the king is slower than the queen,
No, we know who's slower, all right. And probably the person that got kicked in the head for money.
he's the most important piece. The king can't die. The queen can die. Sometimes you can be looking at your position and go, this is fucked up. The only way out of this is to sacrifice that bitch.
Do you really?
Okay, this intellectual juggernaut is genuinely trying to use like chess metaphors as part of his manosphere explanation. Like, he is interviewed by people like Aiden Ross, who gets up and smells his seat when he gets up and leaves. Okay, like I don't see him just pondering for hours and hours over a chessboard with Tchaikovsky playing in the fucking background just after he got finished watching the latest episode of Masterpiece Theater. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. Stop making fucking chess references. The closest thing that you know to do with a queen is exploit her. That's why you're going to jail. Medalist Juice says, what's wrong with seat sniffing? Everybody's got their own thing, but, you know, when you have as much money as Aiden Ross from basically sitting and streaming on YouTube, why do you need to debase yourself to check out, like, dude, maybe it's just his kink, and I'm not kink shaming. I'm just going to leave it there.
Do you really
Stop being the shoulder to cry on.
believe in your mind that your guy friends don't want to hook up with you?
No, they definitely do.
A couple of them
think-
have told us. We just we just see them as friends.
This is
And there's nothing wrong with that, because women are sentient beings. Something tells me that we're going to hear more whining. they ask women these questions as though they're not allowed to make decisions on their own. Like there's a yes and no, a right or wrong, an A and B answer. And no matter what they give, it's going to get discounted because it just happens to be their own opinion. This red pill shit, it teaches... it's like... They never move past when they get angry being told that they're not allowed to go to McDonald's. That's what it feels like.
Okay, and this is the message that I will portray to the guy best friends. Again, they will always see you as friends because you're always relying upon them and you're always there just as the friend. You're always a shoulder to cry on. If she breaks up with her dude and she's calling you to cry to you, don't answer the phone. Don't answer the phone, or else you'll always be the guy best friend.
What's wrong with being the guy best friend? That's what I want to know. What's wrong with being the person that people
That
call?
someone else can count on. Yeah.
Yeah, that people call is like, hey, we know you've already fucked your life up a whole bunch, but you've got your shit together since. So, like, I'm going through this stuff. What's going on? And, you know, there's friends that happen to, you know, have a little bit of more wisdom than other people. And this is just my opinion, but that guy sees himself as inferior to the person that they consider friend because that'd be the first person that they call. That lets them know that they genuinely care about that person on more than a superficial level. But for some reason, these red pill cats, like, they just can't get past the superficiality. And therefore, it keeps them in this constant state of victimhood.
She's using you because you're needy. Because you have that urge to talk to a female, and that's the only chance you have at talking to a female.
Okay. Let me tell you something. That's not the only chance. Maybe for you, because you look like Old Navy threw up on you, and your mediocrity comes through the screen. But believe it or not, if you can cultivate a personality, people will talk to you just because they like talking to you. What a strange fucking concept.
Walking past a group of women.
Part 2. Remember on part 1 when I told y'all, when you see a group of women out and you walk past them, don't drop your head and look at your phone. This is what you do. I told you to single one of them out. This is the one that you single out. If you're confident enough, you single out whichever one you want. But if you're struggling with confidence that day, this is what you do, bro. You single out the ugliest one. By now, you should be confident enough to make eye contact and to speak to an ugly woman. You feel me? When you single her out and say, hey, how you doing? And keep it moving, all her pretty homegirls gonna look at her like, damn, we ain't used to that. Usually people speak to us. We the ones that men usually hit on. You know what I'm saying? She the ugly friend. So they gonna...
Well, the problem is that you talk to women who apparently are extremely toxic to each other. It's not that they say, why is he talking to her and not us? It's more along the lines of, won't he leave us the fuck alone? We're trying to have a ladies' day. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with flirting. But when you come at it with this sort of fucking weird-ass toxic mentality, like, dudes don't understand that women are smarter than men. And I hate to say it, dudes, you're just going to have to deal with this shit. Women are smarter than men. Come at me in the comments, okay? We can hash this out. I don't give a fuck. But the idea is they already know any sort of weird little game that you're trying to throw out there. They already know it. You think you're slick, but they already know it. Now, you've convinced yourself because you've listened to a lot of very stupid people that they don't and that they may be less than, but that's not how it works. Remember, the streets are flooded with dick. and the market value is not what you think it is.
Don't like you even more because they wondering, damn, he like her more than me. This shit should not be free, bro. Y'all better hit that follow button right now.
You can flirt with my woman. If she flirt back, she is now yours. Okay, I guess that means you didn't care for her to begin with, because how insecure do you have to be if you see your lady flirting with somebody to instantly just get up and walk away? Maybe it's just because I have a bit of more open mind than a lot of other people, but people are gonna flirt. I can deal with it. Like, it'd be like the same thing as you constantly going crazy because you're wondering who they're talking to on their telephone. Get therapy. Trust me. Get therapy.
More extra fragility.
I just don't think that this whole male loneliness epidemic thing is a thing. What it is you need to go to therapy. You need to stop listening to these dick shines and get some fucking therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy. Google it if you need to. Like, if you can't afford it, like, start doing research on your own, but this is not the way. Hold on. I want to know, what is the deal with making sure that you have the lo-fi music and you're looking at the camera and walking away, or walking towards the camera and being nonchalant with the lo-fi music and the slow motion? Is that what an alpha male is lo-fi beats to study to at half speed? Is that what it takes to be an alpha male? Wow.
Thanks, but like not into you like that. Or,
No,
like,
it's just
weird.
happenstance that they stole the music from their trans porn soundtrack.
Oh, it makes so much sense. You start, it's like making an imprintation. Like when a duck is first born, the first thing it sees is its mother. Well, they watch it so much that music gets stuck in their ear, and they're like, man, I can't make trans porn, but I need this music to represent me so that I can at least get it out of my head. It makes sense. It really does. Joy says, I love that you recommend the type of therapy that's also confused for cock and ball torture. That's right, CBT. It's always so funny when you recommend CBT to people and then they Google it and they're like, wait a minute, I'm not sure if this is gonna necessarily help my problems I'm having. What therapist do I go for this? Does my insurance cover this? What's your SNAP score? Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program?
I say that all the time. I hate Snapchat. I'm barely on it. Like, I post a lot.
What's your Snap?
Oh, Snapchat. I don't know this.
Score.
Okay, so I've had my Snapchat since 4th grade. Okay, I shit you not. It's hip hop 808.
That's what they all say.
It's hip hop. My username is fucking hip hop 808. Okay, I've had it since 4th grade. I've had it since 4th grade.
He's like, that's what they all say. Dude, just because like you are used to like having to project about what it is that you're into doesn't mean that everybody else is into. The way that he immediately cut that out lets me know that he's got some shadiness going on, or at least something that he has to consistently be like, no, you're not into that. Post-nut clarity after post-nut clarity is a hell of a drug.
If it's more than $1 million, she got banged by $1 trillion.
Okay, so first of all, that's actually not true.
And it's
I
true.
can tell you right now. Mine is not.
That is.
Dude, tell us you've never been laid without telling us that you've never been laid. That was like one of the lamest things I've ever heard. Really? What fucking Laffy Taffy rapper did you get that from?
True.
Mine's over. I can tell you right now, it's not true.
You haven't been banged by a Trilly?
Nope. No.
Whoa, Joy Evil says Snapchat started in 2011, so he's going after children. I mean, that fucking tracks. How many of these red pill weirdos end up on hashtag not a drag queen?
If you are a parent and you have a young son, or if you're a young guy, what you need to do is ban Hollywood. Do not allow yourself to watch a movie or a video ever again where a woman beats up a man, because it's not realistic and it's not true. I'm tired of seeing chicks beat up men. I'm tired of...
He'd rather beat them up. That's why you're going to jail. Isn't there a saying, there's a tweet for everything? Yeah, isn't that like a very common saying? There's a tweet for everything. It's watching him say stupid shit like that, and then knowing that, you know, and then being like, well, I guess these handcuffs aren't real because you're living in the Matrix. What a knob jockey.
Never seen it. Oh yeah, you want to mess with me? You think I'm a girl, and you mess with me, you're gonna learn something. Hey, yeah, fuck you, ho. You ain't gonna do shit but suck dick and cook.
But enough about what you're gonna do in prison, Andrew. Men, this is the reality that we have to accept about dating in 2022. That women don't care if you look like that. That's more of a male fantasy that you have going on, the way that you look. Like, that's why they're able to sell muscle fitness magazines. Like, find a cover of like men's muscle fitness magazine with like Hugh Jackman and he's like Wolverine and you can see every fucking vein bulging and whatnot. And then like look at photos of him on the cover of women's magazines. He's in like a blue sweater looking like he's ready to cook you something. Like, figure it the fuck out. The male loneliness epidemic is your fault because you suck.
Yeah, they can't understand that men can do more than one thing.
Just because like you go to the gym doesn't mean that has to be your entire life. All right, let's learn the reality of what we have to accept about dating in 2022. Dear God.
When you're on a date, who should pay?
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. You know, I'm sorry.
But
I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the. Okay. He's supposed to pay.
Yeah. That's what I told them.
But you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No. Whenever Walt.
Where does this stuff?
So why is money always equate to sex in the mind of the red-pilled male? Like, don't you like the ability to be able to go on a date and provide good company and be able to pick up the tab? I don't know. I've never complained about picking up the tab. I don't know. I guess I'm always the same kind of person that's like, if you can't afford to tip, don't go out and eat. Everybody's got their different dating standards when it comes to how, I mean, you can even go double Dutch, but it's just another thing for them to whine about. Joy Evil says the same assholes who want you to be a virgin when they get to fuck you. Also, if you fuck them before marriage, you're the hoe. Also, you're expected to date him before that. I know, it's like a stupid catch-22. What were you saying, Tony?
The expectation. It's the expectations, just like Joey said, is they come in with a standard of what they need this date to be, and if it's anything but, because they didn't get one extra fork on their goddamn table, the date's a fucking mess. That's how fragile these fuckers are.
Just mama's boys. I swear, all of them.
I think they were stuck in their dad's car listening to Tom Likas 15 years ago.
I think that they grew up watching 80s action movies thinking that was going to be real life, is they were going to get to smoke an entire town full of bad guys and then be a shirtless, six-pack ab god that, goes away with the woman on the back of their motorcycle. I genuinely think that they thought life was going to be like that. Yeah. I mean, K. Ludi Live says, is there something that happened to them when they were a kid? Yeah. I mean, either they got too many hugs or not enough. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own situations that we got to deal with, and our own trauma and our own backstory. But that doesn't mean that you get to take what has been inflicted upon you and inflict that onto other people. Take that as somebody who was quite toxic until they went to therapy. Yeah, I agree. Metal is truth. A lot of people ended up experiencing the kind of SA in religious institutions. So therefore, initial faith that they'd been led to believe would sort of always be a guiding light for them, all of a sudden showed the hypocrisy of it. And there's a lot of people who, because of that, not only just became atheists, but then there's a lot of people who went even further into needing to be that close to, I suppose, authority that would straight up lie to them, but yet they would still gaslight themselves into saying that they were good people. And because of that, a huge portion of our electorate put who we have not only in power in the executive, but also in the legislative branches, and we're dealing with the repercussions of unchecked symptoms, excuse me, unchecked symptoms of abuse.
Cynthia says in the Discord chat, wait, 2022? I'm going to say yeah, because they got locked up for COVID, so they couldn't do anything. So they had nothing to do except create videos.
Yeah, I mean, there was people I remember when Jordan Peterson was just telling you to clean your room in a kind of racist way, and then COVID hit and he lost his ever-loving mind. Same with Russell Brand. He was just grifting and stuff, and then COVID hit, and all of them, I don't know if they just started getting pumped all kinds of weird crypto money to start being able to spout conspiracies or whatnot, or if they genuinely, felt this way because their freedom was being, restricted in some form or fashion. And, you can't have that when it comes to a conservative, because then it's fucking tyranny. But take all of their data and put it in a database, then, that's fine. We have gone on quite the tangent away from this dipshit.
Double standard come from? I'm sorry, it's the reality. You guys can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, you have to fucking pay for my time, you're saying this relationship isn't equal. This relationship isn't equal.
It's not that you have to pay. You can choose not to. Perhaps this is an individual that you should ask prior what their expectations of a date are. It seems like any reason to whine when you can just use common sense to circumvent any reason for you to whine. I can't get behind this mentality. Medalist Truth says it could be that during COVID, all the billionaires decided to create a sim game with these motherfuckers, and they paid them with Bitcoin to create these type of societal interactions. Well, yeah, also to help people to start getting towards the mentality of not being able to trust the mainstream media, so they can only start to live in this alternative world of bullshit that, when challenged, immediately falls apart. But there's so much of it that you can, and it's so reinforced that you can use it to create an entirely separate reality. And it was that separate reality is why we have the people in power that we have in power. It was all very much calculated. I mean, you think about it. There's so many people who never used whataboutism ever before in their entire life. And then all of a sudden, it's all over Fox News. And every fucking time that like anybody's challenge is instant whataboutism. And we all know that that's actually a Russian psyop. Because, you know, they needed to deflect blame from them from anything that they ever did. So once that was brought into America, along with the idea of never trust anything that you see or hear unless it's from sources that we've told you to trust, I mean, it's all built in with this whole red pill victim mentality thing. It's a really, really toxic combo that's creating a lot of really horrible people.
Time is worth more than yours, so you should pay for it. I wonder what paradigm that sets up. Here's my view. If you go on a date with a guy and you don't offer to pay your share, you weren't taught right.
A lot of people are not.
No. You feel like the world owes you something. All right. Stop being friends with your girlfriend. Hold on. Hold on. Stop. What's part of the word girlfriend?
Do these guys even want to date women? Do they even like women?
I think they like the idea of women.
Sure. Yeah. Do these guys
like, but
so sad.
Actual sentient beings? I don't know. But I'm sorry. You have immediately invalidated everything you're about to say with your title. Stop being friends with your girlfriend.
Sounds like you can't handle, simple interpersonal relationships.
Stop being friends with your
like,
girlfriend.
Make meatloaf without using meat. Jesus Christ.
Not about to agree with me on what the fuck I'm about to say, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyways. Stop being your girlfriend's friend. Now, this is not me saying don't have fun with your girl, don't play around with her sometimes here and there, don't have a deep conversation with her. This is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is do not treat your girlfriend as if she's one of the homeboys. The reason I say that, you guys, is because most of...
Now, that is pretty solid advice, because there's a lot of dudes who have no problem doing shit like putting their ladies' heads under the covers and blasting ass and stupid shit like that. Like, that does not play. Don't treat her like she's your homie. So I agree with him. I completely agree with him there. Now, let's see what logic he's actually going to use as opposed to the logic that I just presented.
The guys who don't get laid by their girlfriend anymore have a great relationship with their girlfriend. They have a good friendship, all of that other stuff. But when it comes time to get into bed, she's like, oh, no. Because I get a lot of guys who cry to me about this shit. And then when I get to the root cause of the situation, it's usually this. Now, to better understand why you can't be friends with your girl like how you're friends with your homeboys, I want you to think about it like this. Your parents, the people you look to for guidance, wisdom, knowledge, and leadership, What if they started acting like one of the homeboys? Naturally, you would no longer respect the authority that they have over you.
A lot of this sounds like unresolved parental trauma. That's what it sounds like to me. This sounds like he was given some pretty bad examples to think that this is the way that you were supposed to interact with people. And we all are victims of our own environment unless we figured out that we were raised up in a fucked up environment. But yeah, this dude sounds like unresolved parental trauma.
Acting like a bunch of fucking kids and goofballs and shit and not acting like your parents. And then,
oh no, we're having fun. Anything but fun. God. I know apparently the whole alpha male thing is to like not have fun, because I guess that cuts into your time doing push-ups beside Lonely Man Pond. But you know what? Like, I hate to say it, dude, but ladies like people that make you laugh. People like people that make people laugh. Sorry.
when they want to act like your parents and try to tell you to go wash the fucking dishes, you look at them like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? It's the same shit with women. I hope this not going over a lot of y'all heads, but you can't be a woman's friend like that and then try to switch now and try to be her man. Her feminine nature is not going to allow her to respect that shit.
Sir,
this man never washed dishes in his life.
Sir, I just don't think he understands that a lot of these stereotypes that men think women actually think are not correct. And somebody has to let these jackasses know that, like, dude, like, just because you have wild insecurity doesn't mean that everybody else does. And there's people that just grab their phone and just start spewing bullshit because they don't like themselves, and other people latch onto it like it's gospel. What the fuck?
And you need respect to get laid by your woman, because that's her submitting to you when she opens her legs. Women.
Whoa. No, that's not her submitting to you. That's her allowing you to have the keys to the kingdom, my friend. That is not her submitting to you. That is you submitting to her. And don't fucking get it twisted, dude. My Lord, like, who thinks like this? Genuinely. No, it's not her submitting to you. It's she's actually choosing to share her body with you, you entitled piece of trash.
Don't sleep with their friends. So once you try to be homeboy with your girlfriend, you then took all the intimate energy from the relationship. Because
this dude has never had fun with a girlfriend that he's had. Like, they've never just been stupid silly. You can tell that he's the kind, like, if this man washes his ass, I'd be impressed.
now she see you as a friend. She don't even see you as her man no more. And that's when you get the, oh, I'm tired, oh, I got a headache, oh, I don't feel like it tonight. Any excuse to not let you get laid. Women only respond to masculinity.
Hey, dipshit, maybe she had a hard day at work. Maybe her body hurts. Maybe, there's such a thing as fucking hormones. Maybe she had extra shit happen on her way home from work. The idea that these dudes don't understand that women are sentient beings bothers the fuck out of me, because it's like, I put in the nice coins, why didn't the sex come out? What the fuck, dude? Like, and he's saying you're not even supposed to be nice. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just continue? Oh yeah, I forgot. First dude said what we were supposed to do is always tell her the opposite of what you like. You can almost see these as cumulative, like the dipshittery just compiles onto the next bit of dipshittery until it's just dipshit mountain.
They submit to masculinity. They only open their legs to masculinity.
They only open their legs to masculinity. Sir, you've never been to Lilith Fair.
Who I am around my friends is not the same person that I am around my woman. And that is because I am her man. And that's what
you're not the same person you are now that you are. So are you saying that you mentally catfished her on the reg? Like you just change your personality when you're around your friends? Like you don't just remain the same person? That sounds like schizophrenia to me. K. Ludi Live says it's like a fucking cult for dude bros. Metalist Chew says dude's bipolar. Yeah, I agree. Like, what the fuck? These are not arguments that make sense in the realm of like regular human rationale.
She needs me to be her man, a man. And I can still satisfy that part where she needs me to have fun with her, joke with her, laugh with her, and still have deep conversations with her without getting out of my masculine frame. You can be stupid and goofy with your homeboys because you're not in a relationship with them and they're not constantly trying to test your manhood. The ebook and audiobook is now on sale for limited.
Oh, and there it is. There it is. There's the grift. Let me go ahead and spout out some stupid bullshit that if you follow, it's going to ruin your life. And then buy my book. There it is, just as fast as anything. I was waiting for it. I was like, because there's so many the influencers who just make the videos. But yeah. I knew there was going to be a grift. K. Ludi Live says these dudes need more female influencers in their childhood. What they genuinely needed was to watch more fucking Sesame Street. That's what they needed.
At the time, click the link in my bio to copy. Deuces.
No, we won't.
Am I sexist? Yes. Why?
Well, at least he's honest.
Why? Because of my experiences of the world.
Oh, because you're a victim. Let me guess. This should just be called the Andrew Tate School of How to Be a Little Victim. Like, oh my God, dude. No wonder women don't want to date these guys. They never stop fucking whining.
I am a realist. I am absolutely and utterly a realist. And if you're a realist, you're sexist. I believe women are better at some things and men are better at some things. I do not believe we're equal and all the same and we can be interchanged.
That's correct. Women are far better at holding on to their hair follicles than you or I.
I believe that certain roles suit females and certain roles suit males.
Father says, don't come home until you've made $30. Then I come back with 30 wives. Is this a flex on being Mormon? Is that what this is? Because that's all it sounds like to me. Or like, or just like a really shitty version of Jack and the Beanstalk, where he actually goes out with the cow and comes back with the magic beans. Yeah, is this pro-Mormon? Seriously. Oh, God. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this endeavor. Dear God, I didn't think it could get much more stupid. But who is telling people to act this way? Who is giving people this advice? Who are these people doing push-ups beside bodies of water all by themselves? I guess we'll have to investigate more into these questions when we do another Hangout stream and we watch Cringe Alpha Male TikToks Part 2. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. And we're going to raid out, but until then, later, skaters.
Gotta hydrate up in here if we twerking this.